Welcome to my office. I'm in the back building where I have a TV studio. If you're here today for weight loss, maybe depression, maybe severe pain, headaches, backaches, maybe you have a problem with alcoholism, drug addiction, maybe you're smoking too many cigarettes and it's costing your health and a fortune today. This is 5 pounds of simulated fat. I've got people coming back to see me after 30 years. I've been 36 years in this office. Nobody's been around that long. And if you have a little common sense, which I know you have, you'll realize, how can this guy be in his 80s, still helping people, been in the same office 36 years, he has to be getting results. People have been in rehabs, spent $30,000 where the parents mortgaged their houses for their kids for drugs and alcohol, and they went right back to the alcohol, right back to the drugs. If you're here today, then God wanted you to get some help. I'd like you to look at some of the people that's been through this program. Some live out of state, some are visiting beautiful Phoenix. A lot of them are local, but study their eyes. They're real people just like you, and you can get help too. And don't be worrying about the money. We're a nonprofit organization. We help a lot of people here, and some people just pay us as little as $12 a week, $50 a month. So don't say, oh, I can't afford him. Anybody can afford it. You're going to make money. You're going to save on groceries, high blood pressure pills. You're going to save on aggravation. And if a guy can be in his 80s, I'm still climbing ladders. I want you to see where I fell off of one, and the doctor said I'd never lift my arm in the air again. Here, I'm going to lift 5 pounds with the right arm, with an arm with 9 pins in it. I can teach you how to control pain, heal faster. I want you to see these people now, and then after you're going to go into my dream room, and you're going to have a real actual session. It's all free today. Nobody's obligated. You're going to have a free session. Then after the session, you can decide whether you want to get into this program or not. You take everything home with you. You can finish any place in the world. You don't have to come back and forth. But study these people, and I'll tell you more later. Here they are.
I was depressed when I walked in. I was drinking so much to deal with that depression. Yeah.
And you're
I'm back at school. I just got the job that I wanted. I feel great.
The depression went away like within a week.
Everything seems great now, and that's day to day. I'm just a happier person.
The depression that I've suffered over 37 years have really just turned around.
He couldn't sleep. Her pains was strong. And today, I think, in my opinion, he is great.
I feel, I don't know, like a world of pain has been lifted.
I went to a couple of sessions and my headaches went away.
I listened to sessions of yours for 2 days, and I got off the prescription pain medications that I could not get off in a year and a half.
And it was amazing to me what happened. I mean, I just felt so much better, and I felt so good around people. There was all sorts of drugs and stuff out there for you, but with me, my mind won't allow that.
She didn't want me to be on painkillers and drugs and, whatnot.
Yeah.
Not add something to that.
So you made a 100% turnaround.
I have.
I've been a drinker, heavy drinker. Lost. It affected my work. It affected my family hugely. And it got worse and worse and worse. And nothing would work. I spent $16,000 in an alcohol abuse program. Worst experience of my life. Sent me back into drinking. And this program is easy. I've only been with Sam for 5 weeks, and it's been the most effective program for me. He really can change your life. This is life-changing.
What can you say about this program?
Somebody recommended this about 4 or 5 years ago, and I just blew it off as another gimmick because I've tried everything possible. And the last thing I did before I came here is I went to a hypnotist in Paradise Valley. I paid her $350 for an hour session, and I got in my car and I smoked within 5 minutes. I've tried pills, patches, I've done things in Europe, I've done things in Asia, and on one particular day, a little over a year ago, it wasn't in my plan, I stopped for my 2 packs of cigarettes in the morning, and I got to the counter, I said, I want 1 pack. I was driving to the dry cleaners down here by Safeways, I saw your sign, I swerved in, and you gave me a session, I paid my money, I'm a lifetime member, and I just had my 1-year anniversary yesterday. It was a big celebration, and truly, this is one of the biggest milestones of my life. It really is, because I never, ever thought that I would be able to quit. And I was always looking for an easy way, like the gum, the patches, the hypnotist, but nothing. I always thought they need to invent like a shot or something that you can give, and you forgot that you ever smoked. And this is almost probably the closest thing, because I look at smokers now, my son being a smoker as well, and it looks very foreign to me. Or when I'm in the car and I see people standing on the bus stop or something, they're smoking, it's like, I cannot even believe that I used to do that all day long. All day, for years.
And the beautiful part about it, you own a bar and everybody smokes in bars.
Doesn't bother me. I can still have a glass of wine and stand, and 10 people can be smoking around me. Well, they don't smoke in the bars though. Outside though, it doesn't bother me. You can smoke right in front of me, and it does nothing to me.
How did that happen?
Through Sam Marento. Seriously.
Folks, you won't believe this story. This lady just spent $40,000. How much money?
$40,000.
She's all the way from England. And you went where for help to stop drinking alcohol?
To the Meadows in Arizona.
And you spent how long there?
35 days.
And you went back to drinking?
Yes.
I gave her 1 CD. I didn't charge her $40,000. I didn't charge her $40,000. I charged her peanuts. And she haven't had a drink since. Her friends want to know what happened to her. What can you say about that?
It's just like a miracle, really, you know, and just my whole disposition and the way I feel about life in general has completely changed just in a really short period of time.
Well, I got to the root of your problem.
Yeah.
And I only gave you how many CDs?
Just the one. And
Now, how can 1 CD be worth more than $40,000?
Crazy.
You know, I don't want to knock the Meadows. I know people that's been there. Some of them stopped drinking, started smoking, or started overeating. They mean well. But here at my office, we have had more miracles than any place in the world.
I pretty much fall asleep right away, and I stay sleeping most of the night. Yeah, it really, really improved the sleeping part. Yeah, I'm so glad I lost that weight. And I was an extremely heavy drinker. I actually didn't know anybody that drank as much as me and still, worked or anything. And I don't drink 1 drop anymore.
In 1996, wrote a feature story, The Healing Revolution, where more docs were using new techniques to cure from everything to the common cold to heart disease. And I'm honored today. I really am. Because I have with me one of the most famous medical doctors in the world, Dr. Sam Benjamin. Let's give him a big hand.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
And I got a photograph of you in my office 20 years ago.
I thought long and hard before I came here about why I would be supportive of Sam, and I'll tell you why. I know him for 20-something years.
Right.
I'm supportive of unconventional therapies that do no harm. Sam doesn't do any harm. His treatments are not with medications like antidepressants that cause problems. That's a great concern of mine. Sam does not necessarily need to use anti-inflammatory drugs for people who are having pain. So the first thing is he does no harm. The second thing is he's effective. The third thing is that, oftentimes some of my fellow physicians would say, well, wait a minute, those techniques are not based on evidence. Well, neither is most of standard medical care. I think that when people get results, and when they get them with very few or no side effects, is the case, the kind of things that you're doing, then I think it's worth exploring.
Sam Marento has been at the same location for 34 years, where he's helped thousands of people overcome their problems. After visiting over 70 doctors, this couple came to visit Sam due to the wife suffering from depression and palsy for over 40 years. Sam explained that he doesn't make promises or guarantees, but they decided to give the program a try. And after just 2 weeks of sessions, just look at the results.
Folks, I've got a miracle for you. And miracles that happen to people can happen to you. You that are watching. Here's a real miracle. This beautiful couple came into my office less than 2 weeks ago. His wife was having problems with, if I tell you, you might not believe me, but listen to what her husband has to say. What was the problem your wife had?
Very bad tremors. Depression, severe fatigue. And I'm kind of amazed at how, in a short time, that she's progressed.
Marcia, how do you feel?
Wonderful.
Okay. Do you remember how you felt when you came here 2 weeks ago?
Absolutely, I remember.
But you were my biggest skeptic. Your husband wanted to try it, but you didn't want to.
I was a little nervous about it.
Yeah.
You know, being two doctors for over 40 years.
40 years? Did I tell you this was a miracle, folks? I'm glad that we are recording this. I didn't know you had this traumas for 40 years.
I've suffered depression for 40 years.
Holy mackerel, how many psychiatrists you been to?
Too many to count.
Have you been hospitalized for this?
Several times.
Hold your hands up.
No tremor.
Hold them up. I'm up here so we can see them. Man, you were shaking all over the place.
Yes, I went through 3 weeks of tremors so bad that my husband actually had to hold my body. I mean, I was hitting him, I was hitting myself, and it was really, really bad.
Folks, here's a letter from Mesa Community Hospital from the head nurse in charge of stomach stapling, Renee Johnson. She said to me, she says, I'm going to get stomach stapling free because I'm the head nurse. I says, I wouldn't want to be cut free. I talked her into taking my program, and on hospital stationery, she lost 77 pounds in 7 months, folks. And she didn't have to get cut open and suffer. Here's a Christmas card from her with 98 pounds off. She lost 105. But you know what she told me? She said that she wanted to lose weight because she's divorcing her husband. When she lost her first 50 pounds, she came to me. She let me take a picture of her with a big smile on her face with the first 50. She wouldn't let me take a picture of the first time she came in. She says, I'm falling madly in love. I says, you're not divorced yet. She says, I fell in love with my own husband. Your sessions made me realize I was a nag like my mother. My mother drove my father away, and I was doing the same thing. The love story is better than 105-pound weight loss. Relationships. I have my wife. She works here with me, and we've been together 32 years, and here she is. We just celebrated our anniversary last week. And what can you tell the people, Cindy?
I've kept 20 pounds off, and yes, we just celebrated 29 years of marriage. And I can tell you that if you want lasting results, you're at the right place.
And folks, if I can bottle up her figure, just take a look at that. Just turn phone. Look at that. I can wear the same tuxedo, and she can wear the same wedding gown. We've been together 32, but we've been married 29. So now is your turn to get some help. Now, I work on anorexia, bulimia. I work on severe depression where people have been told they have a chemical imbalance in their mind, bunk. A happy heart does good like medicine. That's what the Bible states. I work on alcohol and drug addiction and motivation to earn more money, to improve salesmanship, to get you out there doing things. Folks, I'm going to be 81 in a few days. What about you? What are you going to be doing if you make that 81 year? Go to the front office. Talk to one of my staff. I'm usually around myself. My wife's around. Bart Carl's here. And we'll get you the help that you need. God sent you in. Now let's do something about it.